You'll get minutes, honey. You'll get minutes. You'll get minutes.
Jesus Christ. So loud. Hello? Hello? Anybody there? Are we live? Let me get the chat up. Can't seem to see the chat. Oh, there we go. Hello. Hello. We good? We good. Chelsea 3, West Ham United 0. And what a way to start your weekend. What a way to start your weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Don't know why it's not on the screen. Should we do that again? Ladies and gentlemen, it's 10 o'clock. Second place. It looks lovely indeed. I'm getting a nosebleed being that high up the table. It's been so long. It's been such a while that, you know, it's going to take some getting used to, isn't it? Hey, you know. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I know it's early days. It's early days, but a good performance, a solid performance, and a performance that we can most definitely take into our game against Barrow, Brighton as well. Who have we got after that? We've got Brighton, we've got Ghent, we've got Nottingham Forest the day after my birthday, we've got Liverpool, we've got Panathinaikos, and we've got Newcastle all in October. So if we can now take this momentum and the momentum that we've had from the previous sort of games, you know, what are the... what's our record looking like at the moment? Because we are in second place. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. So we beat West Ham 3-0 today. We got a 1-0 win over Bournemouth away from home as well. 2 clean sheets on the bounce away from home. You love to see it. It's not something that we see all very often. First time in 20 games or so, and now we've seen it in twice. They're, you know, it's coming like buses. A draw against Palace, a loss against Servette, a little bit of a dip in form there. But before then as well, a 6-2 against Wolves, a win against Servette, and then our loss on the first game of the season against Man City. So it's been a bit up and down. It's been a bit up and down. But again, we are top of the league with We're second in the league with 10 points. 1 game played more than Arsenal, who, let's be honest, Arsenal and Man City, the teams to really sort of model your style off of in terms of performances. Arsenal with 4 games, 3 wins, 0 draws and 1 loss. We've got 3 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. So, sorry, they've got 3 wins, 1 loss and 0 draws. And, 3-1-1. It's promising. It is promising. It's nice to see that we are starting to find some sort of consistency, that we're starting to find some sort of togetherness. And as Mr. Dobalina has just said in the chat, Chelsea are weirdly likeable. Palmer plays for them. Nice to see Jackson doing well. Maybe Sancho finds some solace. And Harry supports them. So there you go. That's, happy days. Happy days. But no, it's very much becoming a likeable side. I am very much, and I'll hold my hands up, I am someone who in recent years, or in the last 18 months, I would say, I didn't like a lot of the players. The majority of the players, I really didn't like. I didn't like certain players' attitudes. I didn't like the way that they carried themselves. I didn't like the way that they came into the games almost sort of I don't know. You know, with a chip on their shoulder, and now that people are starting to actually perform, that chip is starting to sort of fade away. People are actually believing their own hype. They're starting to actually play proper football, and it's all coming together. The passing we saw today was absolutely phenomenal. For the second goal, more so. It just who was involved in that goal? It was Caicedo, it was Enzo, it was Caicedo again, through to Jackson. Jackson puts it in the back of the net. It's just what you want to see. It's just the formula to any goal that you want to see when you're on that counter-attacking football style. It's just what you want to see, and it's exactly what we got. Caicedo impressed me as well, Dan. It was. And again, very much a player like Enzo Fernandez that I'm yet to be wowed, like properly, like, whoa, this is what it's all about. This is what he costs so much money for. It's good to see, as Alex said, it's good to see a player that cost us that much money actually doing what they're supposed to do and playing well at the same time. Like they're just bottom line, phenomenal performance from him. And the fact that he is most likely Jackson's going to get the man of the match purely because he scored 2 goals, and fantastic goals at that. But overall, you would argue that Caicedo had the better performance out of everyone on the pitch. And it's just good to see from start to finish that we are able, or were able, hopefully we can continue, but we were able to go up 2-0 very quickly. We didn't make the game boring straight away. Got to like 8 or so minutes before the end of the first half, sorry, and we shut up shop. We were like, no, we're not gonna risk conceding any goals here. We want to get this clean sheet in for half time, and we got just that. And same came into the second half. We were trying to be on the door. We scored immediately. I mean, Cole Palmer with a goal 2 minutes into the second half. It was an absolute disaster, I would say. It was an absolute shit show in the playback stream chat. Everyone was losing their mind, saying that, well, it's not quite 3-0. We could be more. It could be more. It should be more. And it's just finding issues with anything. And people were saying that I won't be confident of a win until we score a third. And we scored a third immediately, and then everyone shut the fuck up. Everyone stopped talking shite and actually thought, do you know what? This has actually been quite a good game. This has been quite a good performance from these Chelsea players. And it carried on throughout the remainder of the game. We were happy with what we saw. We came in, got 3 goals, got 3 points. Bada bing, bada boom. It's 10 o'clock. What more do you want? What more do you want? Get fucked, chat. What more do you want? It was an absolute clinic in terms of, you know, I really can't criticize too much of many players. I think you could argue that, Noni Madueke could have had a better game. But at the same time, what we were saying on the watch along as well was that Madueke on a bad day or an average day is still better than Mikhail Mudryk. You don't want to bring him on to try and sew up any loose ends that Madueke could probably do with half the effort that Mudryk will put in. And sure, he fucking tries hard, doesn't he? He does try hard, but he's shite when he comes on. He's not the player that we thought he would be. There's still time. I think the time has worn quite thin for him. I don't know how Mudryk's catching strays in a game that he didn't even play in, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's evident now that Maresca has given up on Mudryk for now, and that we may not see him play in any capacity in the future moving forward. That said, our next game, we've got Barrow in the Carabao Cup on Tuesday. It will be interesting to see if he starts. For my money, from my perspective, and many other people's perspectives, if Mudryk doesn't start against Barrow, He is as good as gone. Whether that be a loan move, whether that be a sale, I just can't see when you have Neto, when you have Sancho, when you have Joao Felix, who could also play there. When you have those three players, those names in a position that Mudryk occupies whenever he is on the pitch, it's fucking hard. It is hard to imagine a world in which Mudryk plays for Chelsea in the coming months and years. When you have such talent on the bench, when you have such depth, which was made apparent today, is the depth that we have is just second to none at the moment. I mean, it's literally not second to none. It's probably like fourth best depth in the league. But you get what I'm saying. It's like it's improved so much from last season and the season before that there'd be so many times that we come into a game when we look at the bench and we're like, who the fuck is that? who is that? And now you're looking like, fuck me. We've got Nkunku, we've got Pedro Neto, we've got Joao Felix on the bench. Happy days. It's just nice to see. It's nice to wake up early on a Saturday morning and you think, right, what do we got? What do we got? You see the starting 11. People are complaining about Jackson starting. He scores a brace, gets an assist, and Nkunku's on the bench. And you're thinking, fuck me, if we need him, he's on the bench. But Jackson's already put on a clinic. It's a great problem to have. And the more and more Chelsea play, the way we're playing, the more enjoyable it's becoming. It's the work in progress is progressing, to say the least. I'm not going to get too ahead of myself, though, at the same time, and I don't think you should too. But that doesn't call, or it doesn't mean that we should be negative at the same time. It's now time. It's now time to trust the process. In the past, make no mistake about it. In the past, under Potter, under Pochettino at the beginning, under Lampard or whatever, you think, oh, the fucking process. What's the process? What the hell is the process? Now we're seeing the start of a process. Before, there was no process. It was just blindly believe that we're going to come out of this on top. Now we've got this. The momentum's good. The style of play is good. It's all coming together. It's all coming up Millhouse, as they say. And I think now, I mean, you have to show belief in the team and all that sort of stuff. But if you're being truthful, if you're a Chelsea fan that has blindly sort of been like, it's all going to work in the end, you're a liar. Well, you're a liar. Every Chelsea fan I know, every Chelsea fan in general has been shitting themselves beyond belief that this is it for Chelsea and that we are destined for mid-table mediocrity. Well, no more. No more, because Enzo is here and he has revitalised this side. To start with, partially, there are building blocks there. There is a foundation now visible, which again was not visible in the last couple of seasons under Clearlake. They had us believing in something that was absolutely not there whatsoever. But now, starting to see a little bit here and there, boys and girls. We're starting to see a little bit more. The foundation is there. The players are there. The style of play is starting to come together. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's still very early days, but if you ever want to trust the process, or if you ever want a process to be shown to you that you need to believe in and trust in, it's clear as day now, more than ever. In a team that was very hard to observe and see what process was there to be believed in. But now, I'm fully on the Maresca, the bandwagon. I wasn't not to begin with, but took some time to think, well, how is this guy going to change anything? But it's looking good. I think we take it with a pinch of salt, move forward. Barrow next, Brighton. Then we've got a big old barrel of fucking just such horrible games coming up in the next month. So we need to continue this momentum. As I said, we've got Barrow next. Let me just finish. Barrow, Brighton, Ghent, Forest. And then after that, it's Liverpool, Panathinaikos, Newcastle, Manchester United, Noah, and Arsenal leading through October into November. It's a shit show. It's a really horrible run of games, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We need to continue this momentum moving forward to stand a chance at, challenging for top 4 at the very least. With that said, please do follow on TikTok if you haven't done so already. Keep tapping that screen. If you are watching on YouTube, please do follow, subscribe, like the video, and hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. My name is Harry Up, Chels, and peace.